Welcome to Chris Cook for You Too. Today I have a very simple recipe that you can use prior to your Thanksgiving Day dinner. Now the reason why I've chose this recipe is because you don't want to be doing a lot of cooking for the days leading up to Thanksgiving. So this is something you can fix for your family, and it can be real quick in and out of the kitchen. So let's get started with the ingredients that you're going to need. This is ramen noodles stir fry. So let's get started with these ingredients. I'm going to use a whole pack of the noodles, and these come 6 to a pack. So because my family is larger, I'm going to use a lot more ingredients than you will use, but you can just use your own discretion. So I have 6 of these, and I'm going to follow the package instructions. You're going to need some onions, some sliced mushrooms, probably a fourth of sliced cabbage. You're going to need the stir fry beef, which is really the little strips of beef, and you're going to need some garlic salt. That's all you're going to need. So I'm going to go away, get my cabbage all chopped up, get my onions chopped up, and I'm going to meet you at the stove where I can follow the package instructions and get my noodles ready as well. Be right there. Okay, now I'm at the stove and I'm getting ready to fry up the beef, and you may hear a little bit of a pop because this grease is hot. Yeah. And the only thing that I added to the beef was just the garlic salt. Over on the other side, I have on my pot over here with the water in it. And when the water boils, then I'm going to go ahead and add in my my noodles. Now, it only takes a couple of minutes for this beef to cook up. It does not take a long time. So you can stay with me probably about a minute and a half, 2 minutes, something like that. I can fry this beef up, and then I can bring you back, and then I can add the other ingredients. So I'll fry this up, and then I'll bring you right back. Okay, now the beef is almost done. So it'll finish up with, I'm going to put in the onions first. Now you don't have to add the same vegetables that I'm adding if you have a preference to something different. And then I'm going to put in mushrooms. Let it around for a minute. Drop one. And now I'm going to top it with my cabbage. Alright. And I'm going to add the top to this, and I'm going to let it simmer. Cut my stove down just a little bit. Now in this pot, it's going to take about 3 minutes, but I'm going to go ahead and add my noodles. You don't have to break them in half if you don't want to. And I've already taken out the seasoning packs. I'm going to allow this to cook for about 3 minutes. Then I'm going to pour off some of the water, and I'm going to add the seasoning packs to it. Now this should be enough for my family. If you need more or less, you can always cook more or less. But this is only 3 minutes of cooking time. It was roughly about 5 minutes of cooking time for the beef mixture. Alright. Now, I got all that in. So the only thing left that I have to add is just my seasoning pack. I'm going to come back to this pot. I'm going to stir it up a little bit. Now, if you noticed, I didn't put any water in here because I didn't need to. Once I turned it down, turned my stove down, the steam from the cabbage and the meat, it's going to add moisture to the pot, and that's what's going to cook up my cabbage. Because cabbage is a real fast cooking vegetable anyway. So I'm going to allow that to cook. I'm going to give this about 3 minutes. Then I'm going to bring you back. I'm going to pour off some of the water. Then I'm going to bring you back when I add the seasonings. Then I'm going to mix all this together and we got dinner. I'll be okay. Right. Now I'm back and this pot should be ready. And I just want to show you, see the juices that came from the cabbage and the meat, and I did not put any water, nothing in it. Okay, it's really cooking in its own juices, and that's what I wanted to use to help to flavor my cabbage. Okay, now I'm gonna change sides right here, and I poured out all but a cup of this liquids that was down in here. I wanted to keep like a cup of it. So now I'm going to go ahead and add all of my seasoning packs to this. And that's what's going to flavor the dish. Now, you can add in some soy sauce if you want to, but you don't really need it. And this is quick. Real easy to do. Your family will get a good meal. And since you got to spend so much time on preparing your Thanksgiving meal, you don't have to worry about dinner. So now I'm going to give this just a little quick stir. Okay. And this is beef. If I was using chicken or if I was using some leftover turkey after Thanksgiving, then I would use the chicken noodles. But I'm using beef noodles, so I use beef strips. So it's at this point that I'm going to pour all of my cabbage, my mushrooms, and my green onions over into my dish. Alright, now I'm going to mix all of this up. Now instead of you using cabbage, you could have used broccoli. You could have used asparagus. You could have used green beans. You could have used anything. Alrighty. There you have it. Chris is making stir-fry ramen noodles for dinner. So you have the noodles, you got the beef, you got the mushrooms, you got the onions, and you got the cabbage. You have everything that your family would need to have a meal and get out of the kitchen. So that's it. I'm going to let this simmer up just a little bit longer. Just wanted to show you how to do something that was quick, easy to do, and something that your family would truly enjoy. Okay? And as always, thank you for watching. Chris Cook for you too. Bye.